is Joy, and I'm a little geeky about health policy, so so bear with me. Closer, okay. So when I was moving to Baltimore from Denver a few years ago, I spent a lot of time calling landlords on the phone, and I had one screening question, and it was, when I get out of my car, will I get shot in the face? And, you know, some of them said, well, maybe, I don't know. And so I just thanked them for their time, and I went along my way. But wouldn't it be better if when your friend decides to move to Baltimore, the first question that they ask you is, where can I get me some of that good casserole I've been hearing all about? And where's a really great neighborhood place where I can go to meet folks? So that's the Baltimore that I'm here to talk about, and that's the Baltimore that I think that your next mayor should bring to you also. So in the event any of you are planning to run for mayor or city council, I did the honor of preparing your 3-point platform for city revitalization. You are welcome. So Baltimore needs to be the city that eats together. We've got crime, children who think that the food pyramid is made of chicken nuggets. We've got tourism that only goes as far as the harbor, high unemployment, and lifelong residents of the city who've never been to the other side of town. And this might sound like a hot, holy, urban crock-pot mess, but you know what I learned growing up in the South? A casserole always makes things better. So my 3-point plan will use casseroles as the catalyst to revitalize Baltimore and win its future by improving safety, education, and tourism. So people say that there isn't a silver bullet to solving all these problems, but I really think it's because they can't make a casserole. So my plan ties bars and summer cooling centers as part of maintaining a liquor license, and each bar will be required to hold monthly potlucks. And each day cooling centers are open, we're going to encourage people to bring a dish to share. And why? Because driving deeper communities or connections in the community raises trust and can deter crime. So, education. Like I said, these children need to know that there are more food choices than pizza and chicken nuggets. So this plan will expand the Great Kids Farm Project so that every child in the district can participate, and also expand it to include culinary skills. So the plan will allow Johnny to grow food in the garden, harvest it, and learn how to make a casserole from the fruit of his labor. But the kicker is that Johnny and his classmates will hold a community dinner at his school where you could go and hear about what he's learned in the field and what he's made with his own hands. And can you imagine the empowered look in Johnny's eyes as he tells his community about how he grew his very own carrot and learned how to cook it in a nutritious way? So think of the science Johnny learned when he was studying about soil and weather. And think of the math that he learned when he was measuring up the ingredients to cook his casserole. I can't wait to go. I can taste it already. All right, so we've got the battle to win Baltimore's casserole tournament. It's going to be fierce. This is NCAA tournament meets the Iron Chef meets Baltimore's unique style. The bracket will include every Baltimore neighborhood, and over a course of a month, neighbors and neighborhoods will battle it out to the Final Four. Baltimore is going to be bursting with pride as the TV crews, bloggers, and tourists fill the city for the last weekend of flurried casserole making that leads to the champion of casseroles. And all this good food will bring some serious cash into this financially strapped town, because last year the Texas State Fair made $3.6 million in one day. What? The day when they had the fried food competition. So, do you know how many potholes we could fill with $3.6 million? I mean, really? Casseroles can save us. Casseroles help us rebuild our informal networks, and casseroles can be an affordable way to feed our families. Casseroles can be part of Baltimore's economic engine. Baltimore needs to be the city that eats together. It shouldn't take a tornado or a hurricane or a fire alarm to bring us together. We need community to live richer lives, and we need community in bad times so we can bounce back together. The subtlety and magic of community is that it doesn't feel like a public health intervention. It just feels like life. So Baltimore is a social place, and it's a caring place, and we need that Baltimore. We need to take the promise of the casserole. And all this may sound ludicrous to you, but we're the ones who have a farmer's market underneath the highway. And we already sell snowballs on the side of the road, so we already know the power that food has to bring people together. We already use it. So what's wrong with taking casseroles to the next level? We have very little to lose and everything to gain. And in case no one decides to run for office, you all have my 3-point plan as a way to make Baltimore a better place. And as a jump start, I printed out some casserole recipes that I've got back there next to the cameraman so you can take them home with you. Thank you.